Weaning is the introduction of solids into a baby's diet. For PKU babies, there should be very little difference to how you wean other babies. Most babies will start weaning between 17 weeks and 6 months.
He's tried so many different foods. He's weaned, I think, a lot quicker than what my daughter did.
He really enjoyed weaning, trying different vegetables. He loved that. He loved all that, so no difference at all with the food and things, really.
I gave him his first vegetable at 17 weeks. I started him off at lunchtime with a carrot.
When your baby is ready to start, it is usual to give puree fruit and vegetables that contain very little phenylalanine. This includes foods such as pureed carrot, parsnip, sweet potato, apple or mango. These foods are given in small amounts once or twice a day, just to enable baby to adapt to their taste.
We weaned her off the milk and other things gradually, so yeah, she was great. As time's gone on, she's got even better with the food. She eats it no problem.
He's always been a very hungry boy. He's always been as good as gold.
All children with PKU need a protein replacement that does not contain any phenylalanine. Up until the start of weaning, this has been provided in the form of a special infant formula, like PKU Animix Infant. However, as babies increase in weight, they need a second stage protein replacement, like PKU Animix First Spoon. This contains similar nourishment to PKU Animix Infant, but in a much smaller volume. In fact, 100 ml of Animix Infant contains the same nutrition as 5 grams of First Spoon. The PKU Animix First Spoon will enable your baby to continue to meet all their nutritional needs, but still leave them with an appetite to enjoy solid foods. As the purpose of weaning is to introduce solids, it makes sense to introduce the second stage First Spoon in the form of a paste, like a yogurt consistency, rather than liquid. PKU Animix First Spoon and PKU Animix Infant have a similar taste, so your baby should not notice too many differences between these two products. PKU Animix First Spoon comes as a powder in pre-measured sachets. First Spoon is very easy to use. For every gram of powder, we add 1 ml of cooled boiled water, and it will mix to a very smooth consistency. It may be an idea to leave it for a minute or two so it'll thicken a little further. Your dietitian will tell you how much to use.
On my syringe to measure out the amount of water, for every gram I need a ml of water, so she'll have 24 ml of water now, and then I'll just mix it all up.
Be sitting in his high chair normally whilst I'm doing this. I'll kind of get everything prepared, get his breakfast sort of ready. He normally has a rusk, so I'll kind of get that ready for him.
Okay, so that's about done now, nicely mixed up. Quite runny. So I'll leave it for a minute or two. It thickens up quite fast, and it goes into similar to like a mousse really, and it's easy to feed her then.
The amount of PKU Animix First Spoon you use will gradually be increased as your baby gets older. Your dietitian will tell you how much to use, and it all depends on your baby's weight, the amount of PKU Animix Infant they are drinking, as well as the number of phenylalanine exchanges they take.
Depending on their weight, she'll calculate how much they're on, and you just get told the amount, and they go on it.
It is usual practice to give a small amount once daily, and then the amount is gradually increased to 3 times daily, preferably before solids meals when the baby is hungry. Some babies take to First Spoon readily, others are not so keen. However, persist, as they will soon adapt to its taste.
Today was the first time that he's had First Spoon. You know, he had it initially, and he seemed to take parts of it anyway, but it's going to be a process where he'll adapt to the new tastes.
It will still be necessary to give Animix Infant throughout the first year, although it will gradually be replaced by the second stage First Spoon. So, What are the key tips for using PK Animix First Spoon? Always make to the same consistency. It may be an idea to use a syringe to measure the water to ensure this same consistency. Develop a good routine. Give at the same times each day and in the same way. Like introducing other solid foods, sometimes it takes a little time to get used to the taste. All babies like routine. Give your baby a little water after each dose of PKU Animix First Spoon. This will help rinse the baby's mouth. It may become a little tricky when your baby is teething or has a cough or cold. Babies may not like a spoon in their mouth, so they may close their mouth or turn their head away when they see the spoon. They will probably do the same for other foods. This is just a temporary phase, and most babies will go through this at least once or twice during the weaning phase. It is important to still give the first spoon. Just be patient, calm, gentle and persistent. You and your baby will get there. Don't put too much first spoon on the spoon at any one time. This may be too much for your baby.
For the first time, I'd probably keep the amount on the spoon very small. Be persistent. Try and make it fun. And just try again. Always keep it the same and just keep trying, you'll get there in the end.
You know, entertain them with other things. Don't make a big thing about it, really. Make it as normal as it is, really. You know, it's normal for them.
But try not to make it so different, him having his food, really, so he doesn't think it's something really horrible he's on, because he's always going to have it, so there's no point in making it so different. So we try and keep the routines quite similar, and that's nice, you know, the same for that and the same as his food. Try our best anyway. So
being firm is probably the easiest method, and persistent.
And we've not really had any difficulties up until quite recently with, I think, you know, with the teething all sort of combined. It's always been very easy to give it him, and it's never really been a problem. It's oh, brilliant, this is all right, it's not that bad, you know, giving him this for his food.
Absolutely fine. He probably prefers that than anything else, to be honest. He doesn't mind it at all.
Oh yeah, wanting to do the stock check for this month. Okay, so we've got the Animix First Spoon.
PKU Animix First Spoon can be obtained on home delivery by SHS Homewood in the same way as PKU Animix Infant. Your dietitian will liaise with the delivery company, who will contact you each month to check how much you require. It will be delivered monthly. The same delivery company can also supply low-profile, low-protein foods.
It's all on prescription, all gets delivered to us. It's quite good actually, pretty much everything just comes to the door really. It's great, the service is amazing.
Delivered to me monthly. They ring me up and check that what my stock levels are. If ever I'm running out or need more for her nursery or anything like that, I just call them. It's usually here the next day. Brilliant.
As babies grow, we do not expect too many problems with eating their low phenylalanine diet. They will still enjoy a good variety of foods. Babies usually stay on PKU Animix First Spoon during the early toddler years. When they are a little older, your dietitian may consider introducing the next stage protein substitute as an alternative to First Spoon. This may be a powder or ready-to-use liquid drink in a small bottle or pouch. Weaning your PKU baby should not be different from weaning any other baby. Just follow these simple steps and tips and stay calm, patient and persistent.
And his development is perfect. The only difference is obviously we're giving him the first spoon before he eats.